Martin's hair had been steamed into a mushroom cloud.
Look, a new kid! Get him!
The frogs in anatomy class, which had long since been dead, came back to life right there on the spot. The instruments in music class had all rusted beyond repair. And the instigator of this chaos was none other than Bart. Not long ago, Bart had managed to sneak into Mr. Skinner's office. He opened every drawer one by one and successfully retrieved the key to the boiler room. He then headed straight for the boiler room with Milhouse. After inserting the key, Bart managed to push open the heavy iron door. The school's central steam pipes suddenly came into view. The two walked inside excitedly. Along the way, they even spotted the shoddy breakfast the school had prepared for them. They followed the pipes all the way to the valve room. Bart stared at the valve dials and had a sudden idea. He gently turned the smallest valve, but to their surprise, it turned out to be the switch controlling the school's entire steam supply. All the pipes instantly began operating at full speed. Valves everywhere went haywire. Scorching steam gushed out in all directions like a volcanic eruption. Skinner, who was patrolling the classrooms, was caught completely off guard and was blown away by the sudden burst of steam. Willie, sweating from the heat,
Oh, it's so hot. I need a drink.
tried to quench his thirst with cold water, but all that came out of the faucet was steam.
Maybe I'll just have a soda.
In an instant, the entire Springfield Elementary School was reduced to a steam-ravaged wreck.
But who's responsible?
Fortunately, Skinner quickly identified Bart as the culprit.
I've got your scruff.
Can I cut a deal? I'll give you Milhouse.
I don't want Milhouse.
Sounds like my parents' custody hearing.
For this, he would impose the harshest punishment on Bart, sending him to a juvenile detention center. The task of taking Bart to the detention center fell to Homer. In order to make it in time for a trip to Las Vegas with his friends, Homer rushed Bart to the airport. But he soon learned that during a previous flight,
Nobody tells Bart Simpson what to do.
Bart had forcibly unbuckled his seatbelt, causing the plane, which had just taken off, to turn back. As a result, Bart was blacklisted by the airline, so Homer had no choice but to drive Bart to the reform school. This meant he would miss his trip to Las Vegas with his friends.
Oh, dang, Homer ain't coming. Nelson saw something funny.
With no other option, Homer set off in a hurry. Along the way, Bart kept trying to persuade Homer to go to Las Vegas, but Homer remained completely unmoved. Halfway there, they stopped at a fast food restaurant. Bart took the opportunity to slip into the restroom, while Homer ordered a Smiling Heart breakfast. But after he finished all the food, Bart was still nowhere to be seen. Homer immediately sensed something was wrong. He rushed into the restroom to check, but what he didn't know was that he had fallen right into Bart's trap. Homer thought Bart had jumped out the window to escape, but little did he know that Bart was just hiding in a restroom stall. Bart quietly slipped out of the restroom, then tattled to the cook, claiming Homer was trying to skip out on the bill through the back window. He then deliberately ran right past Homer, while Homer was struck by the cook's frying pan. Bart took the opportunity to make a quick getaway. Later, Homer called Lenny and learned that everyone was having a great time in Las Vegas. Just as he was feeling down about it, he looked up and spotted Bart hailing a cab by the roadside. Homer laughed triumphantly at this, but in a moment of inattention, he drove the car right to the edge of a cliff. The car swayed violently at the edge. Bart ran to the back of the car, grabbed the bumper, and steadied the vehicle, successfully saving Homer from the brink of falling off the cliff. But the moment he turned around, Homer tied Bart to the seat and gagged him with a bandage. Soon, the two arrived at the correctional camp. The drill sergeant took Bart to chop wood. Bart turned and gave Homer a pleading look. Seeing this, Homer chose to slowly get back into the car. Immediately afterward, he drove off alone to Las Vegas.